So I woke up one day and decided to start this video series. Can I learn insert class blank? I decided to start with Ninja since he is easily one of the most popular classes on console and relatively easy to pick up depending on what you're trying to do with him. I must admit, I used to think he is the most brainless glue eater class in the game, and that pretty much took zero skill to play. However, this sort of experiment changed my mind minorly. He still is pretty goofy, and I've been on the class now for a while, and some of the shit that you're gonna see will prove my points. Say what you will and argue what you want. I personally really don't care. The class is pretty easy to pick up. I mean, I've been on the class literally for I think only 2 weeks now, and yeah, I've got X amount of kills, won GVGs with him. I've been to node wars with him, 1v1 duels. Like, he's incredibly easy to pick up. Or I'm just God. You just take your pick. You either say he's easy or you say I'm good. So choose whichever one you want to say. Now, the Ninja is really great. He excels with damage scaling and creating opportunities. The reason, honestly, this class gets any kind of real disrespect and hate is due to the damage scaling and ability to create opportunities. But this only takes you so far at a surface level. Don't get it twisted, this class has a lot of just crazy shit that it can do, and you can play it at a higher plane of existence than what I'm going to show you, because what I'm going to show you is, you know, Year of the Rat, baby. Like, this is rat life. This is not high level ninja plays. Don't expect that. There are other classes that are just as brain dead and broken as to what I'm going to show you, but the Ninja can definitely be played at a high level, and like I said, what I'm going to show today is Year of the Rat, nothing else. So my whole plan here is to show you how easy this class can be at an entry level, but as you start nearing the end game and fighting players that are competent, the learning curve actually will get steeper, and you're gonna have to, you know, step up your gameplay so that way you can compete at the same level that they're competing at. But before we get into the meat of the video, let me say that I did not touch Succession at all, as I hardly felt like it was, you know, worth it for the video purpose, because I don't see a lot of Succession ninjas. And Katana is by far the most used in Node War and PvP scenarios, at least by my standards. I always see, you know, ninjas using Katana Shower, Core Katana, whatever. I never see Succession ninjas at all. The only Succession ninja I even know is the person that taught me how to play Awakening. So yeah, it just doesn't even, I'm not even gonna bother with it. I might revisit it in a separate video, but as for now, I'm not gonna bother. Hopefully keeping it simple and short so that way you can easily digest the video and at least take something away and learn. So let's start with his grind and how effective he can actually be with little to no effort actually. At Star's End, you can pull about 5k trash an hour. You might be able to push it a little bit more, but for 275 Kudum, I felt like that was pretty much my average. I couldn't really push it that much further, like maybe 5.2 if I really just sweat it up, but 5k pretty much the sweet spot of where I was pulling, which is actually respectable. Surprisingly enough, he actually had decent sustain and great resource management. I almost never needed pots outside of like just my DP wasn't high enough, since I'm not evasion with him. Not that evasion makes a difference for grinding, but it just like DR doesn't work on Ninja, and we'll get into that later. But for the most part at Star's End, I didn't need any resource pots. I needed probably just about 120 regular potions just for my health, because I would pop a frenzy drought, which would make me a little bit less tanky, and even then if you don't use a frenzy drought, you're actually still fine. Also, the footage that you're watching in the background isn't even Kudum. This is actually Nuver, because I forgot to put it on. So this is 292 Nuver. So yeah, the mobs are still dying. I'm still surviving with less DP without Kudum. So yeah, this should show you that the grind is actually pretty effective. Probably the most complicated part about the Ninja grind is getting his movement down so you can effectively travel between packs, and I found the best way to move is to master the Awakening stance swap, which took way too long for me to figure out because I didn't understand why it was so necessary until I realized it's a forward guard SA iframe rinse repeat. So what you're going to do is stance swap, use ghost step followed by silent charge into ninja step, and then you're just going to rinse repeat that off cooldown, and then you're going to constantly stance swap just back and forth so that way you can keep your guard up at all times. You can also ghost step and cancel into shadow stomp, and there's actually a variety of ways to cancel into stomp, but the most common for me was using ghost step. but you can use shuriken throw. You can also do floor sweep. Those two will also allow you to cancel directly into shadow stomp without having to do the weird cast time. But once you get this movement down, you will be able to easily move between mobs and not really have any downtime between killing one pack and then moving on to the next. As far as the PvE combo goes, I can't even lie to you. I just actually spam random shit and it actually works for me. I'm not even fucking kidding you. I know every ninja out there is just screaming right now, that's not how you play ninja. I know it's not, but I didn't care. It worked and it worked. If you have a lot of AP, you can literally just throw random shit and it actually works. Obviously, you want to have some semblance of a combo, which I did. I used Murderous Intent into Flashing Light, followed by holding the A or X button to instant cast into Shadow Stomp, and then I'll use Blade Spin and Rabam Illusion Restraints. If they're not dead by then, use Beheading of the Dead. You can also C-swap into Awakening and use Murderous Intent again into Katana Shower and Serpent Ascension, and I would kind of just loop that over and over and over again with minor downtime. Murderous Intent has such a low cooldown, and Flashing Light also has a relatively low cooldown. It's like every, 6 seconds or something? So you can pretty much just loop that back and forth. The longest part is Blade Spin, Beheading the Dead, and Illusions of Restraint. Those are your long-ish cooldowns, but most of the time, Katana Shower and Serpent Ascension will be up. You can fill with Seamless, you can fill with Vacuum Slash, you can use Sudden Decapitation, which I actually didn't even bother to pick up that skill because I didn't need it. So yeah, that just shows you how little skill points Ninja actually needs. But I will suggest that you find a combo video that will suit you better, because what I'm showing you here is just such bullshit, and if you have lower AP, this is not gonna work for you. While we're talking about skills real quick, let me touch on the skills that are actually priority and super important for you to get before moving on anything else. Keep in mind, I have 1100 skill points at the recording of this video, so I can assure you the Ninja really doesn't need a whole lot of skill points if you want to play Rat Ninja. You're going to take Murderous Intent and Flashing Light, Serpent Ascension, followed by maxed out Katana Shower, so you can get the core skill for the Katana Shower, and just so that way you can PvP meme all day, just get behind people, core Katana, knock everybody, and then blow their back out with Serpent. Then you're gonna want, let's see, you can do the grab if you feel like it. You don't really need it, but if you want the grab, so that way you can immediately block jump, then grab, that's a good option. But if you don't, it's fine. But Silent Charge, you definitely want this. You want Seamless because this is your AP buff. You want Vacuum Slash for a filler. Flash Bondage is, like I said, not really needed, but you can get it if you want. As for pre-awakening, take max Blade Spin all the way to absolute, and the same thing for Beheading the Dead. Then get rank 4 Shackles, also grab absolute Shadow Stomp, and get every mobility option in your kit. Just, Ghost Step, Target Chase, Ninja Step, etc. These are your main movement options that you're going to want at all times. Also take Smokescreen 5 if you want to be the ultimate rat and go invisible every few seconds. It's really lame, but yeah, Smokescreen is pretty dope. Don't forget Block Jump, it's your easy clap move, and then the only really important Raboms that I got were Oni Shadow and Illusions of Restraint. When you do get access to the other Rabom, you can go with Ghost Claw. Ghost Slash doesn't actually CC PvP targets, so it's not really worth it. Once you have all these skills, you pretty much are good to go for most scenarios. Obviously, you want all your Awakening kit, but these are like the priority skills just to one-shot most people and clear house with mobs. And if you're wondering about skill add-ons, I'll put them on screen for you, and you guys can take them as you will and do what you want. Don't even mind the PvP add-ons, it really doesn't matter, and for me, this was kind of like the only thing that worked because I constantly have like 3 decks up at one time, so I grinded all popular areas, so eventually some Folio walks in my rotation anyway, so having PvP add-ons kind of necessary, and like I said, it doesn't affect the grind that much regardless, so you might swap one thing out for maybe mob damage if you feel like it, but personally, I didn't care, so it's up to you. So let's talk about gear really quick before we touch on PvP. I gotta admit, I have possibly the worst ninja build, and I was playing at a handicap level at all times because the ninja, I'm gonna repeat again, the ninja needs evasion to excel in large scale. And obviously even for 1v1s, he would dominate with evasion. Without running evasion, you cannot tank anything with DR builds. He is so squishy. You could have a shit ton of DR and you will still take so much damage. It is insanely tough to run DR on a ninja. You have to constantly rotate your stance and then just make sure you preserve your forward guard, or else you are just dead. The moment your forward guard disappears, your stance swap becomes completely useless. It kind of sucks to say this, but if you go evasion, it kind of makes you lazier because you don't move as well, because you can take hits. The RNG might be in your favor and all your opponent's big hitting moves might miss, and then you survive without taking a scratch, you know what I mean? So no matter what, playing DR Ninja has actually taught me to be a better ninja, because I have to actually move out of my mind because I cannot tank anything. Don't get it twisted, I'm not saying go DR, I'm just saying that, like, because I'm DR, I have to play so aggressively, like evasive, that I have to compensate for my lack of tankiness with movement. So it has made me a better moving character, but overall, if I were to play ninja seriously, I have to go evasion in order to compensate that, or else I have to break my thumbs every 5 seconds. But realistically, this is what changed my mind about ninja and how brain dead he is, because without movement, the class is dead on arrival. Evasion literally will save you in a lot of scenarios, but like he's still squishy. If RNG isn't on your favor, you're still gonna die instantly. Like I showed you in the video a long time ago about 261 AP. I was 235. I dropped my AP down 235, and I fought my buddy Dion, and he's all evasion, pen armors, C4, and everything. And with 235, I half healthed him. If I had all my AP or even 261, he's dead, immediately dead. Like, RNG can definitely like fuck you or save you. It's RNG. So even if you run evasion, you still might die. You're still gonna die, actually. In large scale, you're still gonna die because there's a million things hitting you at once, which is why you still have to practice your movement, because if you don't, you're still dead. So if you are just getting into ninja, go ahead and get your muskins and begs at first, and then once you pen both of those pieces of gear, you're going to want to swap the begs for Libers and keep the muskins, obviously. Never touch Urgons because you are not a DR class and those are DR boots, so ninja does not work with those at all. And trust me, I'm wearing them right now and I assure you, them shits suck. Alright, so PvP is easy and complicated at the same time, as weird as it is to say that. The easy part comes from the damage combo, or should I say damage abilities, because it's not really a combo if somebody dies in one fucking hit. Once you get a catch, you essentially throw Serpent Ascension, and if they aren't dead, use Blade Spin into Illusions of Restraint or Malice, whatever. And most of the time, if you have decent AP or your opponent isn't exactly super tanky, they will die from 2 abilities. That is just how ninja is built. As far as duels go, in most scenarios, your whole plan is to harass with murderous intent and then go step around until you can get a catch, toss in a block jump if you can get a, jump in, and then get a grab. You can easily kill somebody with that. That's just the sad part. You can easily kill someone with that. And do not forget to constantly move and stance swap to preserve your frontal guard, because once that's gone, like I said, you are dead as hell. Remember, we're playing Rat Ninja right now. We're not doing skilled ninja shit. We're playing Year of the Rat. If you happen to actually get a catch with Murderous Intent with the overhead stance, you can press RT and it will go into Flashing Light, which does a fuckload of damage on its own. And then you can go into Serpent, or you can press the A or X button and it'll just go directly into Shadow Stomp, which will knock your opponent. And then you can do Blade Spin, Illusions of Restraint, C-Swap, Core Katana into Serpent, or you can just go into Serpent. Realistically, any of those abilities will most likely one-shot them, so regardless, they are dead as long as they are on the ground and you don't miss like a bot. Just don't make it a habit of going into Stomp right away, because if they resist the stiff and you go into Stomp, it's unprotected and you will most likely get CC'd out of it. As for large scale, this is a little hard for me to talk about because I couldn't play ninja at a level where it made sense because, DR build. However, the general consensus is get to the back line, hit beheading the dead, katana shower, serpent, and peel out. That's like your whole goal, is to hunt priority targets so that way you can eliminate them and just get them off the field, because, buffers, casters, shies, witches, wizards, sages, things and players, even players actually, if you know a player is super geared, like really geared, you can take them out first so that way they are not supporting their team whatsoever. I do this shit all the fucking time. Even on the Zerker, I'll kill a person if I know who they are and I know they got gear. It's the same reason that people would target me, because like they just, the capability of Zerker in Node War, if you let me run like rampant, I will go through your whole back line. I'll go through your whole front line. I'll sit in the back Q buff and just knock everybody while my team kills you. If you let me run rampant, I will destroy an entire ball. Like I have that power. And the ninja, he doesn't have that power. However, he has the power to eliminate targets off the field quickly and effectively, and then also peel out. Even in this clip right here, this is a perfect example of what you should be doing. You see a massive ball, an opportunity, get in there, katana shower, pop V's, get a couple kills, whatever, and then you just get out of there because you are not surviving. Especially for me, since I'm DR, I can't live through shit. Even if I die, just as an example, if I die and trade my life for 3 casters' lives, that's it. That's a W. That's what we do here, all right? We take lives and then sacrifice ours and then rinse, repeat. We obviously don't want to die, but if we do, and as long as we take 2 to 3 important targets down, we take that. This is easier said than done, however, so expect a lot of fails before you can perform this shit effectively, because I died a million times before I finally started to get some picks and mass CCing with katana showers. And that about covers it, at least at a surface level. There's a whole lot of ninja stuff that I didn't really talk about, but this is just basics, getting in, getting out, combos, damage, whatever. You know, there's a whole other side to this class that I didn't even explore or touch or experiment with. So just you yourself explore it and just learn some things. I've given you the basics to excel at the class and at least get started. If you choose to take the ninja to a higher level of existence, then so be it. But you know, for me, I'm gonna retire as a rat, and I just threw my AP around. I'm not good. Fuck this class. I am untagging immediately. I hate this class. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, please let me know down below. And if you want more, what should I do next, I guess, is the best question. Like, what class should I experiment with, try to learn, and see if I can pull it off and at least drop some knowledge on you? Let me know down below, and I'll do a poll of the most popular classes, and then you guys can vote on which one I do next. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.